Hi, I'm Heidi from Rondos Creations, where we make and supply creations for you, your home and your friends. This is the how-to instruction video for your Macrame tree kit. We're going to make this kit using one available from Rondos Creations, or if you've got your own supplies, you can follow along as well. Here's what's in your kit. How-to instruction card, coloured cord of your choice, metallic thread and 2 beads. Other things you'll need will be a tape measure, some sticky tape and some sharp scissors. Also, you need either a cork board and pins or some foam board and pins, or you could use a cushion as long as some pins can stick into it. You've got enough supplies in your kit for 2 trees, but we're going to measure and cut the cords for 1 tree. You need the coloured cord, 1 length at 150 centimetres, 1 length at 40 centimetres, and your metallic thread, we want to cut a length at 25 centimetres, like that, and then that leaves the rest of it measuring about 35 centimetres. To start making your tree, you need to take the shorter of your coloured cords and the shorter of your metallic thread and take some sellotape, a small bit of sellotape, wrap it as tightly as you can around the 2 ends, binding them together. And the tip here is to leave quite a long tail of sellotape, and that helps when you're threading it onto your bead. So I've done this here, and now I'm going to take my bead and I'm going to push the tape through the bead hole, like so. Push it through, and then you've got that taped end to grab hold of, and it is a little bit tricky, so you can give it a wiggle and a twist, and that helps pull it through. There we go, so we thread it on, like so, and then we're just gonna snip off the end with the sellotape on. It's only about 1 centimetre. Now, this is the loop for your tree. We're going to take the 2 ends and just do a simple knot, knotting them together like so. This metallic thread is quite tricky because it does like to fray, but if you just keep it all as tightly together as you can keep control of it. So there we go, we just knotted the end, and then we'll just snip those ends off to tidy it up. Now, you can pull it so it's got an even loop with your bead, and then slide that all along to the middle of your coloured cord. You want your bead to sit in roughly the middle of your coloured cord, like so. And that's the first part of the tree. We're going to create the first of our Macrame basic knots now, and it's called the flat square knot, and this is the knot in the middle here that forms the branches and the trunk of the tree. To do this, we need to take the longer now coloured cord, and fold it in half, and then take the piece that we were just working on with the bead on and lay it on top of that folded cord, like so. And to do the knot, a flat square knot is alternating which outside cord goes over the front of the 2 middle cords first. The 2 middle cords are called the filler cords, and the outside cords are called the working cords. So to begin with, we're going to lay our left cord over the front of our 2 filler cords, and then we're going to take the right one over the top of that and round behind the 2 filler cords and out of this loop on the left here. And we're going to pull the end all the way through. It's a little bit trickier on this first one to pull it up because you're trying to keep it all together in your hands, but you pull it up nice and tight around the filler cords, like so. And then we're going to alternate, we're going to take the right working cord across the top of the 2 filler cords, and the left one will go over the top of that, round behind filler cords and out of the loop on the right this time, and pull that one nice and tight. There we go, up under that first bit, like so. And that's the first of your flat square knots. And we're going to just pull these middle ones down, these filler cords down, because we don't want this loop quite so big. We want the star to sit nearer the top of the trunk. So we'll just pull them down a bit. You can tweak it as you go along. There we go, and that's the start of your tree. Now we're going to create these loopy branches of the tree. To do this, we need to lay the tree onto the corkboard or the cushion with the 2 working cords out to the sides. We're going to take our pins and put a pin in each of these working cords about a centimetre or so, just about a centimetre out each side. There we go, sticking those in. And now we're going to do another flat square knot. So to begin with, we'll take our left cord over the 2 filler cords, and our right cord comes across over that one. Lift up your 2 filler cords and wrap that right one round behind the filler cords and out through the loop on the left. There we go, now we're going to pull the long ends. This time though, the difference is we're pulling against these pins which are holding them in place. We pull that up as tightish as we can, and then for the second part of the knot, we take the right cord over the front of the 2 filler cords, lift them up, and then the left one goes round and behind and out of the loop on the right this time. Pull the ends, and then we pull that one nice and securely up. Do that as tight as you can, and then you can just hold the filler cords and slide that knot up against the first one so you don't end up with any gaps. And that's the first of your loops. And we're going to repeat this 6 times, and each time we're going to move these pins further out. So this time we want to do it about another 0.5 beyond that first loop. So I'm going to place my pin about there on my cord, and the same that side, about another 0.5 along, and repeat the process. So left, in front and right behind. Right in front and left behind. So that's 2, and then again we're going to move it out slightly, so about another 0.5 out, stick your pin in, and again the same that side, about 0.5 out, and stick your pin in, and repeat that. There we go, and we're just repeating this until we end up with 6 loops. Again, pulling it up. There we go, now you can see the tree shape is forming, and we've done 1, 2, 3, 4 loops, so we got another 2 to do. Move your pin out. So we're going to do the second of our basic macrame knots, and it's this wrap knot here at the base of the tree. And to do that, we want to gather these cord ends all nicely together in one hand and take the longer of our metallic threads and make a little loop on one end, about that big, about 4 centimetres long. And we're going to lay that with the loop part going away from the top of the tree, like that, and then a shorter end sticking up. Oop, it just sprung apart. There we go. With the shorter end sticking up there. Then we're going to take the long end and wrap it all the way around the coloured cord ends and that loop, covering the loop as you go. And we're going to pull it tight. I'll show you, my thumb's on top of it at the minute, isn't it? But I'll show you when I've got my first one round. So we're going to pull it tight, this long end, and wrap it round. And there, we're holding the loop in place at the same time. So we're going to wrap it around again, covering the loop, and again, if you can pull it nice and snug, that will keep it secure. So we're going to go wrap round about 5, 6, 7 times. So that's about 4, 5, 6. We're going to go one more. We want a bit more sparkle for Christmas. Then, when we get to the bottom, we're going to take this end we've been wrapping and we're going to pass it through the loop. So again, obviously it frays a little bit, so just be careful. Pass it through the loop and pull it down. Then take the top end and tug on that, and you'll see the loop disappearing up inside the wrap. You want to pull it gently but steadily up inside, and when it's gone up inside a little bit, you can take your sharp scissors and just snip that bottom end off as close to the wrap as you can. There we go. And then again, gently, so we don't pull it all the way through, we want to tug that end up inside. There we go. And then we can just snip off the top end as well, like that. And if you're careful, you can poke the sharp end of your scissors into that wrap just to poke any ends inside to neaten it up. There we go. And then that's your wrap knot done. Now we're going to knot the ends of our tassels. And it's just a simple knot. So just loop it round. And then you can slide it down to the near the end of the cord and pull it like that. And again the other one. And I like to have a varied length of tassely bits, but you can do them all the same length if you like. Pull it down. And again for this one. And the last one. Pull it down, and then take your scissors and you can just snip off as close as you can to that knot, just to tidy it up. 2, 3, and my last one here. 4, there we go. And then you can just tweak it around a little bit, just to make it look good. And then that's your tree, and it's ready to hang up. So that's your first tree finished. There we go. Hanging it up. And then you can repeat the process to make your second tree. Really hope you enjoyed creating your macrame trees. You can share your finished results with us at Facebook, Instagram or Pinterest. Just tag and follow us at Rondos Creations. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and keep up to date with the newest videos from Rondos Creations. Enjoy creating!